body count is a stupid concept.
It is. It 100% is. Because see, if the body count is like super high, even then, मतलब experience है तो अच्छा होएगा ना? You'll have a good time. You're going to enjoy yourself, yaar. It's going to be great, yeah. I just don't get the concept. If you are a 20-year-old and your body count is some 70 or something like that, if I'm doing the maths in my head, that's one every week. Now, that's not a body count problem. That's an addiction problem.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yes,
that's
correct,
a different
correct.
problem altogether. I don't get into that kind of stuff.
What's up, people? Welcome back to Impostors. Today
Let's go.
we have a well-known influencer, content creator with us. Farhan, welcome to Impostors.
Well-known influencer.
I mean, after this you will be
Oh,
very
okay,
well-known.
You started counting down 3, 2, 1. I thought it was some bloody rocket ship taking off, some bomb exploding, dude. I didn't know what was going on. But
What's
yeah.
up, Farhan? How's it going?
Good.
How's
Happy
life?
to be here. Happy to be part of this experience.
I think you
Guy
have to.
came all the way from Pedder Road to Goregaon.
No, the thing is, some people might think, I'm a little nervous that this is this is like one of my first podcasts or anything like that I'm doing.
Yeah.
But I'm not nervous so much as I'm a little traumatized because I've actually done one podcast before.
Okay.
And the guy said that I went to, he messaged me just like you guys, and I went to his place, did the whole shoot and everything. And when he messaged me, he told me that, I want you to come on, it's going to be super fun and everything. I said, yeah, cool. I checked out his podcast, and it was a little cultural type of podcast about, foreign cultures and Indian cultures and how they blend. I was like, how did you get, like, what makes you think I'm going to be a good guest? I just make jokes on Instagram. He said, no, you'll be great, just come on. I said, cool. I went on, I did it. Then he said, listen, I'll be honest with you. It's Christmas right now, so couple of weeks ke baad we'll do the edit and it'll come out in second week Jan. I said, cool, sounds good. First week Jan came, second week Jan came, third week Jan came. Fourth week of Jan, I was thinking, I did that podcast in December. What was happening with that? I said, forget it. I'm not going to message him and pressure him or anything. Chalega, whatever. It is what it is. First week Feb came. Then he messaged me, bro, the edit is going on right now. We're going to get it out. I said, acha, lovely. Very cool. I forgot about it. Very cool. It sounds good. When? Second week Feb, for sure. Damn good. Valentine's Day came. Third week Feb went. Fourth week. Bro, he never messaged me. The podcast never came out.
Still not out.
Still not out. I went there, I did 1 hour of speaking like that, yapping full like that. And then he must have seen in the edit, this is nothing about the culture and everything like that. This guy's just making jokes. So he never posted it. So I was like, okay, chalo, I got my experience of a first podcast and now I'm done.
That was meant to
there's no
be.
guarantee here as well. इसका काम नहीं किया ना. हमने ऐसा एक बार कर चुके थे. वो एक्सपीरियंस के बारे में तो बता.
नहीं ये पक्का बाहर जाएगा भाई. मतलब मैं बोल रहा हूँ ना, वो लिखा हुआ था, it prepared you for this. That what I'm telling you. But you came from Pedder Road, right? And
Yes.
I'm like assuming you took a cab and all. Why did you decide to take a cab? क्योंकि तूने मेरे को बोला था कि तेरा ट्रेन का कोई fuck all experience है.
Yeah, I did have a pretty bad experience with trains. So I'll tell you, when I was in Jai Hind in junior college, I'm born and brought up in Sobo, so my whole life has been cabs and cars. Never taken a train, never taken a bus. Now I'm going to Jai Hind, so now I'm taking a bus, I'm taking a train. I've just started this journey of my life. So people are making fun of me and all because I'm in college, barely taken a couple of trains in my life. It is what it is, obviously, part of the journey. So I asked my brother, who's a little older than me, and I asked him, how do trains work and everything? What's the system? He explains it to me very badly. And I say very badly because one day, around 3:30, so relatively empty Churchgate, I'm heading to take a train back to Grant Road. And he told me that every single train stops at Grant Road. First of all, that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay. That's completely not true. But he said almost every train, I think he said every train stops. So I was like, okay, fine, cool, whatever. I looked up at the board, I saw slow. So I was like, haan, theek hai. Third platform pe, it didn't show anything. So I thought our train hasn't showed yet. It'll come up later. Looked down at my phone and again looked up, seeing which train is empty, because I'll just take any train which is empty. All of them stop at Grant Road. So I get on to one of them without knowing that it was the third one. And It's completely empty. So I'm like, great, sounds good. I'm using my phone. Passes the first stop. And as it's going to the next stop, I think to myself, did the train stop? I felt it slow down, but I didn't feel it stop. So I said, Achha, I'll keep track this time. So I look. It slows down again to the next stop. Slow. I'm like, it's going to stop. It's like, but it didn't stop. It slowed down and then it picked up again. Now I'm like, fuck bro, this train is not stopping. So what if it doesn't stop at Grant Road? Now you have to still keep in mind that I'm a guy who's just been taking trains for like 3 weeks now. So I'm still a little new to it. And also, my brother has scared me by telling me all kinds of stories about how if you stand at the edge of a train, one of his friends, one pole broke and, not his friend was standing and an old man was in front of him. A pole broke and hit that man and he fell off and he died. And then that friend just went and took his place because he got more space in the train. So he's telling me all these stories and he's telling me about how his friend fell asleep and ended up at the train yard, which is in like super far away. Bro, now all of this has scared me.
Yeah.
So I'm getting a little, it's now reaching Grant Road. It's the stop where I have to get off. So I'm thinking, is it going to stop? Is it not going to stop? One more thing I realized, none of the lights are on in the train. I thought 3 o'clock, why will there be lights on? There's enough light from outside. But none of the lights are on. Fans are also off. Empty train. One other guy was with me and he was also looking a little nervous. I was like, bro, something is up. Something is wrong.
100%, bro.
So now Grant Road is approaching. All these thoughts are in my head. I'm looking. Is it going to stop? Is it not going to stop? Train slows down. Achha, theek hai. Slows down more. More. Now it's again, it's so slow. I'm like, I can jump off now. It's really slow. But I'm thinking, why it's so slow? It has to stop. It's going to stop. It's going to stop. It'll stop. Then it starts to pick up speed. Then it starts to really pick up speed. Now, the thing is that it picks up speed much faster than it slows down. And now I'm thinking, oh shit, do I jump? Do I wait? What do I do? Now, all the thoughts of my brother telling me my stories and all that stuff that I just mentioned, all that's going through my head. I'm thinking, should I jump? No. I don't know what to do. Now, within those 5 seconds, finally, after 5 seconds of thinking, what should I do? I decide, chal, fuck it, I'm going to jump. So I jump out. Now, what I don't realize is within those 5 seconds, the train has gone from moderately slow to quite fast. So in my head, I thought it was at the same speed. It's picked up a lot now. Okay, so I jump out. Now, before I tell you what happens, I'm going to take you back a few years. In 8th grade, I was in IGCSE and I got good marks in physics, but better marks in biology. Both bad, but good and better. And my mom said, you drop physics and take biology because in IGCSE you have to take one science. So I said, but I like physics. She said, no, take biology because you've done well in it. I said, take it. Now the reason I bring this up is because that means I did not take physics in 9th and 10th. If I had taken physics in 9th and 10th, then what actually happened would not have happened.
100%.
Because what happened was, as I'm sure most people know, when you jump out of a train, you have to maintain the motion, the speed. Because I didn't take physics, I didn't know this. So I didn't jump out of a train and continue running like that. I've seen dogs do that, by the way. Even dogs have the brain enough to know that you can't jump out. They jump out and go. But I didn't know that. I jumped out like a pencil, like that. Straight. I jumped out. So I landed on the platform. Millisecond के लिए आया था, हाँ सब कुछ ठीक है. And then momentum came like that and hit me पूरा. And I hit the floor. My phone went through my pocket. Out of my pocket, denim shorts I was wearing. It looked very nice, all ripped shorts, so it looked very in fashion and everything. But my wallet and my phone both tore straight out. I hit my shoulder against the ground and my head was like this because when you fall, you automatically keep your head away like that. But the momentum was too hard, so my head went like that and slammed against the platform. And when I went to sleep that night, I remember the noise it made. And whenever I remember the noise, my head starts hurting. It was like that bad.
And that is when you decided to be a content creator.
No. Way after that, because there's still a lot of pain I had to go through. I got up. Now, obviously, people from the platform came to help me. Indians are very sweet like that.
Yeah.
And first thing they did, which all Indians do, pani lao. I was like, bhai, pani kyun yaar? I'm in like fucking pain right now. Achha, by the way, I can swear or what? Is it okay?
Yeah, bro,
okay.
yeah.
Abbe bencho, pani kyun la raha hai yaar? What? I'm in pain right? What is the water? I'm not thirsty. I have enough water in my bag. Someone bought me water. I was like, thank you, I drank. Then they told me, go call your parents. I said, are you mad? My mom will slap me for doing something so stupid. Go call your parents. You're crazy. I'm not doing that. And after 10 minutes, I was like, I'm in a bad place. Like my shoulder was really hurting, like a different kind of pain. I called my dad. Now, how to tell him? Because what has happened, I can't tell him that, I've fallen off a train, I've fallen on the platform. Where do I start? I don't want to make him like panic or anything, because I'm fine. I'm just in pain. So I was like, Dad, can you come pick me up from the station? He said, no, Farhan, I'm very busy right now. I can't come. I'm like, bhai, I'm in pain. I'm like, fuck it. I'm just going to tell him. I said, Dad, I've fallen off a train. Can you please come to the fucking station and pick me up? Like, what? What do you mean you I fell on the platform? So he thought I fell straight onto the... So that's also, I dropped physics. I dropped some brain cells also when I was in school. So he's like, yeah, I'm coming right now. And he keeps calling me and saying, what happened? Yeah. Now, for some reason, I thought he was driving, and every time he called me, he was parking and calling me. So I was like, it doesn't matter, just come fast. He was like, yeah, I'm coming, but just tell me what happened. I said, it doesn't matter, just come fast. Now, in my life, only once has the tire punctured while going somewhere. It just so happened that happened to be the day. So they had to take the car. On the way they were coming to me, they went to the petrol pump because the car got punctured. So they had to take a cab, which took them even longer. I was like, why are they taking so long? My house is not that far. Finally, they reached in a taxi, took me to Breach Candy Hospital, and they said, we have to do an X-ray because something is wrong, definitely, for sure. I had full bruised on my back and everything like that. And they said, we're going to cut your t-shirt and then we're going to do an X-ray. And the t-shirt I was wearing was quite expensive and one of my favorite t-shirts.
You could have simply removed your t-shirt, no?
I know, but my arm was like this because my shoulder was hurting, so they couldn't take it off. So he said, we're going to cut your t-shirt. I said, if you dare bring that scissor near me, you dare bring it near me, you have to pay for this. This t-shirt is so expensive. He said, bye, but you have to for the X-ray. I said, you wait. 5 minutes ke liye, I slowly removed my t-shirt without moving my hand. I said, you will not cut this t-shirt off. It's my favorite t-shirt. Fuck off. Took it off. They did an X-ray and they showed it to me. In London, when the ship comes and the bridge goes like that.
Yeah.
That's what my this collarbone was. Pura thak like that it had gone. Like the ship was coming through. And then for the next 3 months, I was in a cast like that, which didn't stop me from going and playing football and falling and hurting myself again. Which is why I think it hasn't healed properly. So every time I do this, I can hear one tuck sound that comes like that. But luckily now things are okay. And I learned how to take a train after that day. It was a little bit more. My parents shouted.
It's sad that you still have to take a train.
Exactly.
No, now luckily I don't go to college. Luckily all my friends live 5 minutes here and there. But now at least I can take it. If I need to take a train, I will take one.
Yeah, but surprisingly, this is very common, bro. Even I have seen this happen.
Happen मेरे साथ भी हुआ है. So yeah, so it has happened with me also. ये भी बोल रहा था तो मेरे को भी कुछ चमका मिला. Yeah, it has happened with me as well. So after my JK classes in Andheri, that's the inter days, I was going back to Goregaon or somewhere. I stay in Goregaon. So I was going back and I forgot कि ये fast train है कि क्या है, and I skipped Goregaon. And by the time I almost reached Kandivali, and I'm like, यार मैं कांदिवली पहुंच गया, मैं भी बोरीवली नहीं जा रहा. तो कांदिवली पे मैंने देखा थोड़ा स्लो हो गया वो. तो मैं सोचा जंप मार देता, आई शुड जंप. ये स्लो हो गया था. बट विथ मी लकीली जो इसने बोला कि ही डिडंट अप्लाई फिजिक्स बट आई अप्लाइड दैट. मतलब सो मैं वैसे वे में जंप मारा कि मैं ऐसा ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शन में कूदा एंड आई एम रनिंग ऐसा हल्का हल्का. तो मैं बैलेंस हो गया एंड नथिंग हैपेंड एंड इट वाज लाइक 9:30 लेट एट नाइट. और वो एक प्लेटफॉर्म वाज पिच डार्क. तो कोई था नहीं मेरे आजू बाजू. बस 1-2 लोग थे और वो लोग मेरे को देख रहे थे, मैं उनको देख रहा था. और मैं करके भाग गया क्योंकि वहां पर कई बार पुलिस वुलिस होती ना तो डंडा मार दिया, कूद रहा कहाँ से तू. सो अगले दिन मैं सो माय फ्रेंड्स आर आस्किंग, अरे तू आया नहीं ट्रेन में हमारे साथ, कहा था. और लाइक यार ब्रो आई टुक अ फास्ट ट्रेन बाय मिस्टेक एटसेट्रा. तो मैं फिर तो आई गॉट डाउन एट कांदिवली. तो लाइक बट वो ट्रेन तो जाती सीधा बोरीवली, तो कांदिवली कैसे उतरा? तो मैं बोला मैं कूद गया. तो तू कूद गया? मतलब एंड सीन वेरी कैजुअली, मैं कूद गया. बोला तू कूद गया? मतलब हाँ मैं कूद गया. मतलब तू पागल है. मतलब देखना फिर तू एकदम कुछ नहीं हुआ अपने को.
वो मेरे साथ तो ऐसे मतलब बोलते ना कि ऐसे फर्स्ट क्लास में बैठा था मैं और खाली था कंपेरेटिवली ट्रेन. तो 3-4 लोग चढ़े और से सब लोग चिल्लाने लगे फर्स्ट क्लास है क्योंकि वो लोग गलती से चढ़े थे एंड पीपल जस्ट फिगर्ड कि ये लोग इधर फर्स्ट क्लास में नहीं चढ़ सकते फॉर सम रीजन. तो ऐसे ट्रेन चालू है एंड दीज पीपल स्टार्ट येलिंग फर्स्ट क्लास वाले फर्स्ट क्लास है. तो वो लोग बैग कैरी कर रहे थे, ठीक है. तो वो 2 आंटियाँ पैनिक कर गई कि वो फक फर्स्ट क्लास है. ऐसे बंदी ने बैग लिया, सर के इधर रखा और कूद गई ताकि सर पे कुछ हर्ट ना हो भाई. इट वाज सो फनी ब्रो. लाइक एक तो हाउ पीपल आर सो वियर्ड कि ब्रो एक स्टेशन है फर्स्ट क्लास से नेक्स्ट से आप उतरने बोलो ना, अभी क्यों चिल्ला रहे हो कि फर्स्ट तुम लोग तो ना डब्बा लेके आए हो यार. एंड ब्रो दैट वाज लाइक आई वाज लाइक शुड आई लाफ और शुड आई जस्ट फकिंग pray for this country. Yeah man, it was just fucking weird.
I would have laughed.
भाई उससे ये सब ट्रेन में डेंजरस सिनेरियोस like you know that chain pulling, कि some emergency happens so you pull the chain and the train stops. तो मेरे साथ 2 बार एक्चुअली हो चुका है कि ट्रेन चली एंड लाइक यू नो किसी ने चेन पुल कर दिया एंड लाइक समथिंग हैज हैपेंड एंड देन आई हियर स्क्रीमिंग. मतलब इतना जोर से सब चिल्ला रहे या एंड मैं बाजू वाले को क्या हो गया एंड ही लाइक वेरी कैजुअली कैसा लगता है कोई अंदर आ गया ट्रेन, मतलब कि ऐसा कोई ऐसे नीचे चला गया ट्रेन के लाइक दिस. मैं बोला सच्ची? तो बोलता है कि मेरे को पता नहीं बट ऐसा वो आ रहा है, वाइब तो ऐसा ही आ रहा है. एंड मैं बाहर देख रहा हूँ खिड़की के कि क्या हुआ और आ रही है चिल्लाने की आवाज़ आ रही है एंड एट दैट पॉइंट तुमको बस लगता है कोई मर नहीं गया ना भाई इधर. एंड तुमको एक बार लगता है मेरे को घर जाना है, ये ट्रेन कितना देर रुका रहेगा इधर, मेरे को घर जाना है क्योंकि इट्स आफ्टर वर्क यू आर फैमिश्ड, यू वांट टू गो होम ईट एंड स्लीप.
ठीक है मर गया पर व्हेन इज द ट्रेन मूविंग आई वांट टू गेट होम
एंड देन द ट्रेन इज इन अ पोजीशन कि तो उतर भी नहीं सकता.
हाँ.
और तो उतर के जाएगा क्या, क्योंकि देखो ये प्लेटफॉर्म से घर जाना है.
हाँ.
तो दूसरी ट्रेन भी पीछे हटकी पड़ी.
Also you look like an asshole bro. You're like अरे यार somebody got hurt. अच्छा चल I'll just go get the next train man. I don't want to wait for this shit.
और वहाँ से मेरी मम्मी का कॉल आ रहा है खाना गर्म करके रखा है तेरे लिए.
पर वो ट्रेन एक्सीडेंट से ऐसे माय फ्रेंड हैज एक्चुअली डाइड यू नो, ऐसे ट्रेन एक्सीडेंट से. तो मतलब पूरा भाई थोड़ा मैं शुभम के सुन में आ गया.
I didn't know what to do only. I was like अरे किधर से किधर
ब्रो. मतलब ऐसे it was insane. I mean he wasn't my friend but we used to play cricket together. मतलब वो opposition team में था और मेरे जो बिल्डिंग में एक दोस्त रहता है उसका काफ़ी अच्छा दोस्त था क्योंकि he used to stay over there only. तो बंदा ठीक है ऐसे जहाँ से ट्रेन जाती है ना सडनली वो उधर ही उतरता था और उसका घर मतलब ब्रिज था एक, सो इट वॉज ईजियर फॉर हिम टू लीव. तो बंदा ठीक है ट्रेन रुकी, ही वॉज लाइक आई गेट डाउन, ईयरफोन सपोज हेडफोन्स पहने थे. तो जस्ट लाइक अ नॉर्मल डे कि ट्रेन रुक गई है मैं उतरता हूँ, ये टाइम पे यूजुअली इधर से ट्रेन नहीं आती. ही जस्ट गॉट डाउन, बंदा क्रॉस करने गया, हेडफोन्स पहने थे बंदे ने, इधर से ट्रेन आ रही है, हॉर्न बजा रही है. नाउ द ट्रेन कांट इवन स्टॉप बिकॉज इफ इट स्टॉप्स एवरीवन विल डाई. बंदा गया और ट्रेन ऐसे ऊपर से
सॉरी मैं नहीं समझा, वो उतरा प्लेटफॉर्म से उतरा,
वो मिड मतलब एक सिग्नल, हाँ मतलब कुछ तो एक उधर का मिड पॉइंट था जहाँ ट्रेन रुकती थी और उधर पास में कोई ब्रिज था तो क्लाइम करके जाता बिकॉज इट वाज इजियर फॉर हिम टू.
अच्छा वो
वैसे हाँ. तो फिर बंदा उधर से एंड बंदा वाज लाइक 23-24 ईयर ओल्ड गाय. फक ब्रो व्हाट अ ट्रैजिक. मतलब ऐसे उसकी फैमिली फिर आ रही है देख रही है कि बंदा, और वो लोग भी हाँ वो लोग को पता नहीं था कि बंदा ये रोज करता है बिकॉज फॉर देम इट वाज लाइक ठीक है नॉर्मली आता रहेगा. So it was his fault only, but for him to die like this, train accidents are the worst, bro.
Like अपना ये क्या कहते हैं, कितना टाइम पुरानी बात है?
कुछ 2 साल पुरानी बात है. Like not.
And ये सब ट्रेन एक्सीडेंट्स में तो पूरा बॉडी पीसेस में kind of हो जाता है.
उसकी बॉडी जब मिली वो लोग फिगर ही नहीं कर पा रहे थे कि bro fuck he is my kid. Like it was very pathetic. But moving on to opinions, this time it's not Impodstors opinions, but it's Farhan's opinions.
Yes.
So he has sent us a big list, but we'll pick some and we'll start with the first one. The first one, according to you, God exists, but he simply does not care or has left.
Yeah. So I have 2 theories with God. My logic is that one is a little bit out there, which I'll start with, which is where you know how people write books, write stories, like how Harry Potter ka story likha hai. Now Harry Potter exists. What about what happened before Harry Potter and after Harry Potter? Like only timeline that has been written is this much. What about what comes after and before? So my logic is just a theory that may not be true, is that every time a story is written and like believed in by a lot of people, that story actually comes into existence in another universe that you don't know. And because the story has been like it's finished, like that person has stopped, it has to still continue like by itself. So without the creator who is essentially God. So I think that is the same thing that has happened to us, in the sense that God has written a story at some point. Let's say World War I, World War II, because that was a big thing. He wrote this big epic tale of how these countries fought against each other. And then he finished writing. So after he finished writing, he said, theek hai, abhi sequel. He wrote sequel World War II and he's done. And now he's left. And now the universe is continuing on by itself, without a God and without any existence. So that's what I mean by God exists, but he's done. Like, he wrote the story and he's gone. And the other logic that I have, the other theory, is that God created us and he did everything. And now he's checked out, he's done, he's finished with his work. Like, for example, if you create like an anthill, for example, and you fill it up with insects, or you fill up like one tube, like a tank with fish and all, after some time, like, you forget about it. It's done. It's over. Like, if you plant in a garden or something and you move somewhere else or something like that, it's done. It's over. You're not going to look at each and every detail to make sure each insect is fine and everything like that. So if you think about it like that, God is a celestial being on a totally different level. So if he does exist, he doesn't take care of every single one person's prayers and doesn't look after one small thing like that. I truly believe that he just came, he created all this stuff, and then he checked out. He's gone and moved on to a different project like that. I think we as human beings put too much of an importance on us. I'm so important. We are the center of the universe. Human beings, this, that, God is looking out for us. I think that way, even if an ant says, I'm the center of the universe, Farhan is looking out for us. I'm like, कौन है क्या है क्या बोल रहा है यार? I'll turn around and walk away. I don't give a shit about one ant. I think it's like that. God, he doesn't care, bhai. He's done his job. He's finished. Now he's moving on, bro. That's the same way we look at ants. The same way an ant probably worships us. I'll never know if an ant is worshipping me. He also probably doesn't know that we are worshipping them. Just a theory, huh?
Yeah.
Not to say that other people can't believe in all. It's just one of those fun thought experiments is what I feel.
So the next Farhan opinion is body count is a stupid concept.
It is. It 100% is. Because, see, if I am going to sleep with someone, why do you care? What is your I'm trying to think of a parallel. I was going to say, if I'm going to apply to a job, why do you care about the previous jobs? But that makes sense. So maybe that's not a good parallel. But why do you care so much? I understand if the body count is like super, super high. Even then, experience hai to acha hoega na? You'll have a good time. You're going to enjoy yourself, yaar. It's going to be great, yeah. I just don't get the concept. Firstly, I don't get the concept of why it's always a guy asking a girl for some reason on YouTube.
That's fair.
Always a guy asking a girl.
Yeah.
And secondly, like, even if it's more than two, to God forbid. Everyone's like,
that's completely
true. 2, 3, come on, man. It can go up. For me personally, like, it doesn't matter at all. It can be literally as high as you want. For me, it doesn't matter at all. It can be as you have been active for that according to your body count. Like, for example.
Okay, so we have some maths formula here.
Yeah, there is there's a little bit of maths. So the age is 18. After 18, all of this starts. Hopefully, after 18, all of this starts. Now, if you are a 20-year-old and your body count is some 70 or something like that, if I'm doing the maths in my head, that's one every week. Now, that's not a body count problem. That's an addiction problem.
Yes.
I'm not.
Yes,
that's
correct,
a different problem altogether. I don't get into that kind of stuff. But bro, if you're like 40, 50 years old, let's say, and you've been active single your whole life just into this, and your body count is, let's say, like I said, same number, 70, 80 or something like that. Bro, that means you've been sleeping with one person every year almost. That's really not that big a deal, bro. Like, it's not. It's okay. Wait, my maths is a little. 2 people every year. A little more than that, but that's okay. That's okay, man. What does it matter if I'm sleeping with 3-4 people per year? Also, one more thing with body count. If you sleep with the same person multiple times, that still counts as one person.
Yep.
Now, I have a question to pose. If a person's body count is 10, once with 10 different people, as opposed to a person who is once with the same person, but 100, 200, 300 times, which one are you going to choose? Now people are thinking body count is 1, so she's obviously, the better one for me and all. But she slept with the same person 300, 400 times. Abhi body count is still 1. See, you know, the people are not doing maths. That is the problem. I'm cool. Give me some logic and maths in this. It needs to make sense. I just want it to make sense. That's all.
In the past 2 minutes, इसने इतना irony डाला क्योंकि इसके maths के formula हिल गए, and then he said people are not doing maths.
I dropped maths in the 9th grade.
Sure,
That's fair.
But I'm trying. That's what's important. I want someone more intelligent than me to make it make sense.
ये जो इसने एफर्ट डाला, आई अप्रिशिएट द एफर्ट. एटलीस्ट लाइक उसने अग्री भी किया कि मैंने 9th में छोड़ा, बट मैं कोशिश तो कर रहा हूं.
I should have come with some better arguments, I think.
The point is body count doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter, yeah.
But we got your point actually, to be honest.
Funniest opinion I have. Next one. इस पे तो को शायद मैथ की जरूरत ना पड़े. जोकर was an average movie.
Right, it was. It was. I don't know if I said a TV show as well. I only remember Joker because that was it. When I saw Joker, I was in the UK and I saw it. And firstly, my friend who was sitting next to me fell asleep. And I was like, how can you fall asleep during a movie? Then about 1 hour passed and I was like, bro, this is what, like, I should have fallen asleep, man. This is so... Because I just didn't get it. I didn't enjoy it. I don't like character-driven movies at all. I prefer story-driven. I find character-driven very boring. There's not much to it. Unless it's like a crazy shift from like good to bad or this to that, like an arc that makes sense. I'm trying to think of character-driven movies. I can't really think of many, but I didn't like it. I felt like it was very empty, very hollow. If it's character-driven, fine, but there was no progression in the story. I felt like nothing was happening. Like acting was great. It was cool. Ha. सब कुछ ऐसे हंस रहा था. मैं भी हंस सकता हूँ. Very cool, bro. nice, great acting. I'm not saying. But after some time, I got exhausted by the movie. I was seeing him laugh and I was also like, okay, cool, I get it, man. He's suffering. He is seeing things, imagining things. He's crazy. I see this at Churchgate it's like, I've seen this guy before. It's not that deep. But I just didn't get the movie. There was no plot to it. I didn't enjoy it at all. And Joker 2 was...
Joker 2 I didn't see.
Even worse.
Same. मैंने भी नहीं देखा.
When Joker 2 came out and I saw how bad it was, and the worst part was when Joker 1 came out, everyone was like, what a fucking body. This is like Sholay 2. I was like, whoa.
Comparing Joker and Sholay.
This is like the greatest thing since Godfather and all these amazing things. I was like, I don't see it. I want to see it, but I can't see it. Acting, like I said, deserves it. Great actor, great performance. When Joker 2 came out and everyone was like, ye kya hai? I was like, that's exactly what I felt about the first movie. It wasn't as bad. Second one was like, I think they
horrible.
But I'm pretty sure it was the same director. Now, I'm not sure. So. Yeah. But if it was the same director, then I was right. Because you can't have the same director doing the same IP, 1 and 2, same actors. You have everything in the world and fuck it up this much. That means the first one also, he threw it and it just somehow worked.
Let me tell you a concept called Bollywood where they fuck up the sequel.
That could also be a case, yeah.
But I think Batman was nice. I think Batman
I like the new Batman.
Same.
I thought it was a little gritty and nice and dark.
Okay. The next Farhan opinion is birthday wishing stories should be illegal.
100%. 100%.
Agreed.
I'm firstly so
unless it's for your girlfriend.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, I have to be careful with my answer here.
Here it comes, bro.
No, birthday, okay, fine. Chalo, girlfriend ke liye, it's fine. But even for girlfriend, send her a message. Why do you have to show this, on social media, ki, see, I love her, huh? Matlab, unka birthday, I love her. Just putting it out so everyone can see. What is it? Okay, girlfriend ke liye chalega, brother, sister ke liye chalega, fine, cool. Bro, your friend, random friend. Firstly, I have to scroll through your story. Yeah. Then I have to scroll through their story, reposting your story.
Yeah.
What, like... And you guys are not even that close friends. No one... Think about it. If 500 people follow you, 499 don't want to see that story. One person ke liye you're putting that story. Put it on your close friends and add only that one friend. Or better yet, just send it to them directly. What's the need? Because you put it on your story, then they feel validation. They put it on their story. So the only good part about it is that it reminds me of some people's birthdays.
Yeah.
But everyone doesn't have to do it. One person can do it. 2-3 people can do it. Close friends, maybe. But and the worst part is the caption. They say, happy birthday to my favorite. Last week I saw you had a different favorite. This week you have a different favorite. I see 2 girls. I'm like, bro, last week you were bitching about this girl. How can you call her your favorite? Everyone is your favorite.
Agreed.
I don't want a series on my timeline, bro. I'm tired of this shit.
I hate those people. जो लोग like you know birthday wishes को like he said
repost yeah bro, the most annoying
and repost में literally there are 20-30 stories and I'm like I get it like तेरे को लोग बहुत प्यार करते हैं.
हाँ भाई, तो
मैं तेरे को म्यूट कर रहा हूँ, मैं म्यूट कर देता हूँ उसके बाद. मैंने बोला 20-30 ठीक है, समझ गया मेरे को आगे बढ़ो.
Bro, I feel little OCD, so I feel like I don't want to swipe past it, so I go
same.
Because I just want to get that off my
and especially the girls जो repost करते हैं ना, वो एक word भी लिखेंगे, thanks bitch, thanks babe. I'm like bro, why are you trying to be pretentious bro, like just it's very annoying bro.
It's very annoying.
And that you know छोटा need ऑफ सीइंग वो ना उसमें भी टक में भी कि अच्छा देखते किसने विश किया टक अच्छा
I don't like it
बिकॉज तू उसको देख के जज कर सकता है कि ये लोग इतने क्लोज भी नहीं है, फिर भी ऐसे डाल रहे स्टोरी जैसे बोलते हैं ना एकदम पूरा वो भरत मिलाप हो रहा है, भरत मिलाप हो रहा है.
I can't, I just, it needs to be legal. Some things just straight illegal, straight. I'll just stop it immediately.
Like maths.
No, maths is very much required, otherwise I'll start saying all these things on podcasts.
Okay, so that's it for today.
Yeah.
Thanks Farhan for coming all the way from Pedder Road. Means a lot to us.
Don't take the train.
And for not taking a train.
Yeah.
Otherwise spots नहीं.
One last thing I want to say. Uber and Ola का ACs do not
मेरे को फर्स्ट थिंग बंदा आके बोलता है कि भाई उबर से कैसे आते हैं यार, AC नहीं चल रहा था, बाहर का टेम्परेचर अंदर का टेम्परेचर सेम है
भाई. 32 डिग्री से 30 degrees, that's what it is. You just get inside. I'm like, AC on है? हाँ सर ऑन है सर, ठीक है. And he's sweating up full पसीना हाँ सर ऑन है. Yeah, seems like it.
Okay, so that's it for today. That's a wrap. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for coming brother.
We're shaking hands.
Yes. We are doing the beer biceps.
Very Indian-esque.
Yes.
बहुत अच्छा लगा bro.
बहुत अच्छा लगा.
Please subscribe to our channel. We'll be back next.
अब बाहर मिलेगा, आपको कुछ दिखाऊंगा, महसूस कराऊंगा. Please subscribe. Bye.